So my title of the paper is Preparation and Experimental Studies on Flexible Films of Iodine Doped PVA, PVP, PPY blend. So the paper contains of introduction part, experimental, in which film preparation and experimental studies undergone on the film, then results and discussion, conclusion, references and acknowledgements. So in the introduction part, first of all, I will describe about the PVA. So the PVA is a semi-crystalline water-soluble polymer capable of showing good flexibility in film form. PVA has good mechanical strength and visibility with the other polymers such as PVP. Then PVA is amenable to the process of doping and process of reduction and oxidation with charge transfer agents. This results in increased electrical conductivity. PVA films have both ordered and amorphous regions. PVA has interesting and potential applications in biomedical field, holography, PCB fabrication, integrated optics and photonics. Doping of PVA results in change in optical band gap too because of the structural changes taking place upon doping. Next I will come to PVP, that is polyvinyl pyrrolidone, is insoluble in water and other polar solvents. When dry it is light flaky powder and is hygroscopic. In solution it has excellent wetting properties and readily forms films, which makes it good as a coating or an additive to coatings. PVP added to iodine forms a complex called povidone iodine that possesses disinfectant properties. This complex is used in various products like solutions, ointments, liquid soaps and surgical scrubs. Next, its application, that is technical applications, as an adhesive in glue stick and hot melts, as special additive for batteries, ceramics, fiberglass, inks, inkjet paper and etc. Next I will come to polypyrrole. Polypyrrole, as we know, it is a good conducting polymer which can be easily prepared by adding the monomer of pyrrole to ferric chloride solution, the latter being both an oxidizer and the doping agent. However, the polymer thus obtained is in the form of an interactable powder, the application of which are restricted to limitations in processing. Here a blend of poly, that is polyvinyl alcohol and PVP, each in 50% by weight, is used as the non-conjugated host. However, in this case a compromise is necessary. The flexible conducting blend films will have a lower electrical conductivity. Here we present the preparation as I will explain in the next slide, and also the thermal, optical and electrical studies on the flexible films of iodine doped PVA, PVP and PPY blend. The modification of structural properties of this material with increase in the iodine content is investigated. Doping level in weight percent is equal to MD divided by MD plus MP, where MD is the mass of the dopant in grams, which is equal to volume of dopant in ml into 0.1794. So 0.1794 is obtained, which I will explain in the next slide. So MP is the mass of the polymer, that is PVA and PVP, and the monomer PY. So in the experimental section, first of all I will say about the film preparation. So first of all, 2 grams of PVA and 2 grams of PVP were taken in a beaker containing 100 ml of distilled water and dissolved using magnetic stirrer. A standard iodine solution is prepared by adding 1.27 grams of resublimed iodine crystals and 16.67 grams of potassium iodide to 100 ml of distilled water. So here, as I explained in the formula of doping level, that is 0.1794. So here it is obtained as 1.27 grams plus 16.67 grams divided by 100. So that gives 0.1794. And now different volumes of this standard iodine solution were added to aqueous PVA PVP solution, which we have prepared in the first part. So next, after stirring for an hour using a magnetic stirrer at room temperature, 2 ml of the monomer pyrrole was added with continuous stirring. Next, The solution was poured into a glass petri dish and dried slowly at 45 degrees Celsius in an air-cooled temperature controlled oven. The films were peeled off from the glass substrate and found to be moderately flexible in ambient conditions. Now experimental studies of these films. TGA and DTA studies were performed using TA instrument model SDT Q600 using few milligrams of sample in an open platinum crucible in the temperature range from 40 degrees Celsius to 700 degrees Celsius with nitrogen atmosphere and heating rate at 10 degrees Celsius per minute. The degradation of the sample occurs in two stages, the first at 310 degrees Celsius and the second at 440 degrees Celsius. A broad endotherm is seen between 80 degrees Celsius and 120 degrees Celsius due to volatilization of moisture absorbed by the sample. The first stage of the degradation, which is found at 310 degrees Celsius at low doping levels, is found to decrease to 250 degrees Celsius on increasing the iodine concentration in the sample. So this is the TGA curve here, which I said earlier that 350 and 440 is this one, and if you go on increasing the doping level, that is, this is for 0.75 ml, and if I go for higher doping levels, this curve shifts to lower temperatures. Next slide. DTA curve. Next slide. So this is the TGA scans for higher doping levels. This is for 6 ml IDV, this is for 7 ml, and this is for 8 ml. For higher dopant concentrations, the first stage of degradation is found to occur at lower temperatures. Note the beginning of the degradation process occurs at 175 degrees Celsius for this one, for 6 ml IDV to PY. Then the second stage of the degradation starts at 400 degrees Celsius and there is a weight loss of 40% in this stage. Next slide. So this is for the other higher doping levels. Next slide. Now FTR spectra were recorded in the wave number range of 400 to 4000 per centimeter using Nicolite model 5700 FTR spectrometer. The FTR spectrum contains a broad absorption peak at 3450 per centimeter, normally attributed to OH stretch due to PVA. Other peaks are at 2928 per centimeter and 2853 per centimeter attributed to CH antisymmetric and symmetric stretch, and sharp absorption peak at 1652 per centimeter due to stretching vibrations of carbonyl group of PVP. So in the curve we can see the peaks showing the presence of PVA and the presence of PVP. Next slide. So this is for the PVA and here is for the PVP. Next slide. There are peaks at 1438 per centimeters and 1378 per centimeter attributed to bending and wagging CH2 vibrations. The peaks at 1020 per centimeter arises from the delta vibration of CH and NH vibrations of polypyrrole at 850 per centimeters. NH out of plane of PPY 1310 per centimeters and CL stretch of PPY and 1370 per centimeter due to CL N plus stretch of oxidized PPY. Clear sharp at 1640 per centimeter due to CL that is C double bond N stretching of PPY. NH stretch in region 3300 to 3500 per centimeter merges with broad OH stretch due to PVA. Now this is about the UV visible spectra. UV visible spectra were recorded using a Hitachi U3310 spectrometer in the wavelength range of 200 to 800 nanometers with spectral band pass of 5 nanometers. Optical parameters like optical band gap and activation energy were derived from the UV visible spectra. So this is the graph for the UV visible. The x-intercept of the absorption edge of the plot of absorption coefficient, this is the absorption coefficient versus photon energy gives the activation energy for optical transitions. So here is the low doping level, so that is the last linear line which you are going to see is for the lower doping level, and as the doping level is going on increases, the photon energy is coming to very close. That means this shows that the higher doping levels has the good electrical conductivity. The x-intercept of the linear part of the graph, that is alpha h nu power 1 by 2 versus h nu, gives the optical band gap for indirect allowed transitions for 0.5, 1.5 to 2.5 and 3 ml ID blend. So that was for UV visible, and now electrical measurements were made in two probe configuration using a precision LCR meter GW Instax LCR 821. The electrical parameters Z and theta were measured at different temperatures in step of 0.5 degrees Celsius during cooling run. A temperature controller accurate to 0.1 degrees Celsius with suitable thermocouple was used in conjunction with the oven in which the sample electrode sandwich was placed. Aluminium was used as the electrode and pressure contact was employed. So this is the graph for the electrical conductivity. The variation of log sigma with 1 by t to the power of 1 by 4 for 5 ml IDB sample, suggesting that for moderately doped films, the variable range Hoping model in 3 dimensions is a suitable mechanism. So this is the AC conductivity graph. The variation of AC electrical conductivity with temperature shows an exponential increase for 2 ml IDB 2PY films. This means that as we go on to the higher temperatures, the electrical conductivity is exponentially increasing. Next slide. The variation of log sigma with respect to 1 by t is linear from the slope of the linear fits to which we obtain the activation energy of thermally activated electrical conductivity to be 0.59 electron volts for 5 ml IDB samples. Next slide. So now comes the results and discussion. The flexible films of iodine doped PVA, PVP, PPY blend were prepared as already explained in the experimental part. These films were studied using thermogravimetric analysis, electrical conductivity measurements, UV visible and FTIR spectroscopy. The temperature variation of electrical conductivity on these films was determined and the experimental data were fitted to different models as we saw in figure 4 and 6. Next, there is an increase of AC conductivity with temperature as well in figure 5. The slope of variation of log sigma with 1 by t enables calculation of the activation energy EA for thermally activated electrical conduction. Next, there is a good fit for the variation of log sigma with 1 by t to the power of 1 by 4, suggesting that for moderately doped films, the variation range Hoping model in 3 dimensions is the mechanism of electrical conduction. Conclusions: in situ polymerization of pyrrole in aqueous solution of PVA and PVP containing iodine was achieved and the films obtained were studied experimentally. Degradation of the sample is found to occur at lower temperatures with increase in higher doping levels. The electrical conductivity showed an increase with rise in temperature, explained with the help of variable range Hoping model. The activation energy showed a decrease with respect to increase in doping level. References, these are the references. Next slide. Acknowledgements. I would like to thank for DTA and TGA and DST spectra as well as UV visible and FTIR spectra which were recorded at the University Science Instrument Center at our university, Karnataka University in Harvard. The authors acknowledge funding by University Grants Commission, that Government of India through a major research project, sanction number F38-103-2009, dated 19th December 2009. Habib Patil acknowledges financial assistance from UGC, Government of India in the form of a project fellowship. So this is the important part. This entire work is being dedicated to my guide's mother, Mrs. Grace Frank Lobo, who passed just a few days before. That is on February 12, 2011. Let God give her soul a piece of place. So thank you for kind attention.
Thank you, Mr. We are open for questions.
How you are making the PVA directly from alcohol?
Pardon me?
Can you speak in a loud voice?
How you are making the PVA Directly from vinyl alcohol, by which method?
No, we have granules of PVA which is available.
You are not making this.
No. We are directly taking the granules of the PVA and with 2 grams and mixing it into the distilled water.
Another question? No more question. What is the degree of hydrolysis of your PVA?
Pardon me, sir?
The degree of hydrolysis of the PVA? 100%?
Yeah, 100%.
No more question. So I'd like to thank you again for your presentation.